Hello again. I'm glad to be back with you. I'm going to talk a little bit about wisdom today. We're going to start with a passage from the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, that says this: "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. She's more precious than jewels, and nothing you can desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her, and those who hold fast are called blessed." Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Blessed are those who find wisdom, and then all those really, really extravagant blessings are described that flow from it. Well, what is this that we're talking about? Wisdom. What is it we're talking about? I know I'm addressing an audience of senior citizens and people who've lived a long time in the world. And for most of human history and in most cultures, to reach an old age, you were treated with reverence as one who had accumulated wisdom. You see, you were sought out for counsel. You were referred to as the elders in their wisdom, etc. But as we all know, in our modern Western, very fast-moving society, that idea of the elderly and wisdom and gaining in wisdom as you grow older has given way to a kind of trust more in specific experts in different fields, you see. Not so much wisdom overall to be able to sort of assess reality from a long experience and reflection, but more just, I'm an expert in this and I'm an expert in that. How are we doing with that? I would say not so good myself. Such a way of approaching things, sure, you have people who are very good at one thing or two things, but they don't really have wisdom. And how do you get this wisdom, you see? Well, the Bible's very clear, very, very clear. Proverbs just a little earlier says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of the Lord, understanding that God is real, His word is true, His ways don't change, His principles and His revelations and what He has revealed to us about Himself and about ourselves remains the same, no matter how much changes. This is a challenge in, as I said, a very fast-moving, fast-changing culture and world that we live in now. There are so many ways the Bible talks about this, and one of them is using kind of an agricultural metaphor where it describes the righteous person like a tree by a stream of water, putting in deep roots into the ground and enduring through all time, while the unrighteous person, the lacking in wisdom, is like chaff. The wind just blows it away, not anchored in anything lasting. If you're like me, it's a challenge sometime as a person of faith to listen to some of the ways that words don't seem to mean what they used to mean in our world anymore. Things that we always took for granted as obviously true and real are now up for debate all the time. And it's very easy to offend people if you say the wrong thing based on something that they've decided isn't right anymore. It's constantly changing. And that's a real challenge. And when that occurs, my advice is, the feeling that comes, my advice is return back to the Word of God. Because it is and remains, and always will remain, the trustworthy guide for life and faith. That yes, people will always have something new to say about everything, always. But the Word of the Lord endures forever. And in it is the font of wisdom and all the blessings that flow that were just described there. I pray this will be a day when you, even in our advanced years, can continue to grow in wisdom as God speaks to us through His Word today. May you be blessed until I see you again.